There is only one thing that's worse than dying, and that's forgetting you've ever lived in the first place. This is the case for William Utermohlen, an artist who forgot his biggest passion. We will first have to understand this illness. Alzheimer's is a progressive neurodegenerative disease, where dementia symptoms gradually worsen over a number of years. In its early stages, memory loss is mild. But with late-stage Alzheimer's, individuals lose the ability to carry on a conversation and respond to their environment, eventually leading to dementia. Because of William Utermohlen, the study of Alzheimer's and dementia has significantly improved and has helped us understand the illness better through the use of his paintings. William Utermohlen began his journey when he was born in Philadelphia in 1933 and came from a German background. From an early age on, he was already interested in painting. He studied art at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts from 1951 to 1957. After he went to the army, William received his GI Bill, after which he went to the Ruskin School of Art in Oxford, where he met the art historian Patricia Redmond in 1963. William married Patricia in 1965, whom he stayed with for the rest of his life. She would always be there for him, and had a big impact on his later paintings and drawings. Utermohlen often worked in series. For example, his mythological paintings, the Cantos paintings, which were inspired by Dante's Inferno, the Mummer cycle, based on the Mummers New Year's Day parade from Philadelphia, the War series, which is about the Vietnam War, and the Nudes. The Dante cycles stand out from the rest with their medieval references. The precision with which they're drawn and the romantic depiction of pain, suffering and death, the Dante paintings clash with the optimistic mood and the superficial art of the pulp era. Utermohlen described them as a foundation experience, a journey of discovery and understanding into the human condition. By the end of the cycle, William emerged as a mature and committed figurative painter. The Old Glory painting predated his war cycle. It shows William's disgust at the unfairness of the American military draft of the Vietnam War. He tells us in a 1970 letter, quote, "Old Glory shows the mummers in patriotic costumes dancing unaware of the four horsemen behind them. These are the men, unskilled, mainly dock workers who will fight and die in Vietnam." Throughout the years, Utermohlen's art style varied quite a lot. Through traveling or through his own experience, he drew whatever interested him. His work can be seen as conflicting, sometimes chaotic, but sometimes also melancholic. Whatever the painting was, he would paint based on the emotions he associated with the topic. These works are pretty clear and coherent. We as the audience can identify most things that we're looking at. His most famous and interesting are the conversation pieces, which he painted in 1990 till 1991, which ultimately also became his last series. You can see multiple things have changed: use of brighter colors, change in scenery, and defying the rules of perspective. You also may notice that in these paintings the shapes are flatter and more brought together. Utermohlen focuses on strong and simple breathtaking impressions. The harmony of voices, the taste of coffee, wine and cigarettes, the sensations of warmth and cold, these are the dimensional and temporal relations he's trying to settle on the canvas. His wife, Patricia, was very important to him and his paintings and was a center point in specifically these paintings. Like a photograph, every painting tries to freeze the moment and suspend time so that its flow can be altered. The titles of the conversation pieces all refer to the place or time the occurrence took part in. The name of the district or neighborhood he lives in, the time of day or the season of the year. In his conversation painting, we see a discussion between William's close friend James and William's wife Patricia in their own apartment. Around this time, they had already settled in Little Venice in London. It is sharply rendered and speaks of a powerful emotional connection and intimacy. William's wife stated that they had never had children, but indeed had cats. This painting is surrounded by their memories of Philadelphia and have some references from the trip to Egypt. But in this painting specifically, Utermohlen is actually absent. We see his wife talking with her friend Robin, who was also subject of other paintings, In the back we see the dogs which have been brought to the forefront so we can connect with reality through his paintings. But in bed, we start to see signs of Utermohlen's declining mental health. On the left, William has put himself twice in the painting through a mirror, but if you look closer, you can see a green door that leads to a hallway of darkness. After seeing this painting, however, Patricia started questioning if William was aware of his declining neurological state. In 1995, William Utermohlen was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. When visiting their doctor Ron Isaacs, a neurological doctor, he encouraged William to start drawing and painting self-portraits. This helped the doctors get a better sense of understanding the development of Alzheimer's. Isaacs and his medical team became fascinated by his work and analyzed it so they could observe Utermohlen's decline over time. William used his post-diagnosis art to try and explain to himself in the only way he could the terrible anxiety he felt about his changed self. A symptom of Alzheimer called agnosia is highlighted by his paintings. Agnosia is linked to decline in both self-recognition and object recognition ability. When the doctors announced his illness, William painted himself in a room all alone. It is titled Blue Skies, as seen on the top right. If you look very closely and carefully, you can see that William is grasping the table. William did not want to be engulfed in complete darkness and needed to hold something to be able to capture this catastrophic moment. William is grasping the table like a painter holding on to his canvas. 1996 was the year Utermohlen was officially declared demented. Although he did not forget everything in one day, through his paintings from 1996 till 2001, his ability to paint and draw slowly started to fade. His paintings and sketches from his earlier days are very complicated and detailed. You will notice now that his style has shifted. He combined all styles and painted what he could, and you can really see that his German background comes to life in these paintings. Utermohlen painted these directly onto the canvas without real thought into it. He had to get it down directly and let us know how terrible it is not to be able to escape this. His head specifically is emphasized in his later paintings when he realized that the problem was inside his head. William slowly starts to fade away, not himself but his abilities and thoughts. He has completely forgotten how to paint as well as write. He erased his face because he could not remember. In 2001, he had completely lost himself. William Utermohlen ultimately passed away in 2007, but as his wife states, he really died in 2000 when he couldn't make any more art. When I first saw his later paintings, I felt empty and had a sense of sadness. Utermohlen's life and eventual decline serves as a reminder that not everything we take for granted will stay forever. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. How did this painting make you feel? Let me know down in the comment section below.